Spark Cluster Computing with Working Sets by Sumanjali and Sharath. Introduction: Class of application that reuse a working set of data across multiple parallel operations. This includes two use cases where we have seen Hadoop user report that MapReduce is deficient. First one is iterative jobs and the second one is interactive analytics. Coming to the iterative jobs, many common machine learning algorithms apply a function repeatedly to the same dataset to optimize a parameter. While each iteration can be expressed as a MapReduce, each job must reload the data from disk, incurring a significant performance penalty. Coming to the interactive analytics, Hadoop is often used to run ad hoc exploratory queries on large datasets through SQL interface such as Pig and Hive. Ideally, a user would be able to load a dataset of interest into memory across a number of machines and query it repeatedly. We have the two problems. This data flow programming model is useful for a large class of applications. There are applications that cannot be expressed efficiently as acyclic data flows with MapReduce. With MapReduce, reusing a working set of data across multiple parallel operations is not possible is a second problem. The solution for the problems are we focus on such class of applications, those that reuse a working set of data across multiple parallel operations. This problem can be solved by using a Spark which supports the application while retaining the scalability and fault tolerance of MapReduce with an introduction of abstraction called resilient distributed datasets. The programming model, the driver program, implements the high-level control flow of their application and launches various operations in parallel. The Spark provides two main abstractions for parallel programming: resilient distributed dataset and parallel operations on these datasets. Coming to the diagram, the cluster manager acts as a bridge between the driver program and the worker node. And the worker node consists of the executor that performs a task. Each worker node communicates with the other worker node. A resilient distributed dataset represented by scalar objects and constructed. We have here few of the scalar objects from a file in shared file system, example HDFS, by parallelizing a scalar collection in the driver program, by transforming an existing distributed data set and the catch action, the save action, by changing the persistence of an existing RTD. The resilient distributed data set is a read-only collection of objects partitioned across a set of machines that can be rebuilt if a partition is lost. The element of an RTD need not exist in physical storage. Instead, a handle to an RDD contains enough information to compute the RDD starting from data in reliable storage. The RDD operations. At the first, the data is stored in the storage units like the HDFS or S3 buckets, and with the sequential read operations from the HDFS features that queries will give the consecutive results. Spark has lazy evolutions, which means transformations are useless until the actions are called by the Spark engine. Spark lineage collects all the dependencies between the RTDs will be logged in a graph despite the actual data. It is a logical explanation in Spark. In parallel operations, we have mainly three operations: reduce, collect, and for each. Spark does not currently support a group reduce operations in the MapReduce. Results are only collected at one process. We plan to support group reductions in the future using a shuffle transformation on distributed datasets. Reduce combines dataset elements using associative function to produce a result, a driver program. Collect sends all the elements of the dataset to the driver program. For each, passes each element to the user to provide function. Shared variables in Spark. Programmers invoke operations like map, filter, and reduce by passing closures to Spark. Normally, when Spark runs a closure on a worker node, these variables are copied to the worker. However, Spark also lets programmers create two restricted types of shared variables to support two simple but common usage patterns. We have the two variables, broadcast variables and accumulators. Broadcast variables, it is a large read-only piece of data. It is used to multiple parallel operations. It is preferable to distribute it to the workers only once instead of packing it with every closure. Coming to the accumulators, these are the variables that workers can only add to using an associative operation and that only the driver can read. They can be used to implement counters in the MapReduce and to provide a more imperative syntax For parallel sums, accelerometers can be defined for any type that has an add operation and a zero value. Due to their add-only schematics, they are easy to make fault tolerant. Coming to the examples, here we have discussed a few of the examples. The first one is text search. Suppose that we wish to count the lines containing errors in a large log file stored in HDFS. This can be implemented by starting a file dataset object as follows. We first create a distributed dataset called the file. Represents the HDFS file as a collection of the lines. We transform this data set to create a set of lines containing error, and then map each line to the one and add up these ones using reduce. The arguments to filter, map, and reduce the scalar syntax for the function literals. Note that the errors and ones are lazy RDDs that are never materialized. Instead, we reduce is call each worker node scans input blocks in a streaming manner to evaluate one's adds these to the performs a local reduce and sends it to local count to the driver. When used with the lazy datasets in this manner, Spark closely emulates MapReduce. 80% of the Spark code is written in Scala. Val is for defining the immutable. Here, the driver program gives task to the worker node to find errors in the file, and later the driver node gives another task to another worker node to map those errors to the one, and in the third worker node we get the result. Coming to the logistic regression, the goal is to find the best line separating two sets of the points. Logistic regression, the following program implements a logistic regression and interactive classification algorithm that attempts to find an hyperlink W that best separates two sets of points. It is a machine learning concept, and Spark completely supports the machine learning libraries like Spark-R. This diagram is for the predictive analysis and completely defines the relation between the target and the source, and this is done using predictive analysis and clustering of the immutable objects. Alternating least squares. It implements collaborative filtering. For example, it predicts movie ratings for a set of users based on their past ratings. Here the code at the first, the immutable objects is defined, then using the for loop, parallelization is done for mapping and updating the user, and finally, after reducing and using collect functions, output is determined.
Thank you, Sumanjali. Now we will discuss about the pros of Spark. Spark supports application with working sets while providing similar scalability and fault tolerance properties to MapReduce. Actually, this is the topic that we are discussing in this paper. We can use the reusable working sets in Spark, which is the main advantage of Spark. Spark useful for interactive data analysis, where a user defines several datasets and then query them. First, the user can define all the datasets and then user can perform queries on them. This is also one of the advantages. All the transformations we can make in Spark resilience distributed dataset (RDD) are lazy in nature, which means it doesn't give the results immediately. It will create a new RDD from the existing one. By doing so, it will increase the efficiency of the Spark. Comes with the dedicated tools for data streaming, interactive queries, machine learning. So because of this machine learning, we are now able to use logistic regression and alternating least squares, which are the models of machine learning. Now we will discuss about the cons. The main disadvantage is Spark doesn't support the grouped reduced operation as in MapReduce, whereas MapReduce will support the grouped reduce functions. Spark is not completely real-time processing. Spark is nearly a real-time processing of live data. Micro-batch processing takes place in Spark streaming. The main disadvantage of Spark is it doesn't have its own file management system. It has to depend on other file management systems like Hadoop and or any other cloud-based platform. This is the main disadvantage of the Spark. And one more thing is in Spark it uses very high RAM. Because of that, it requires more computational power. Now we will see the implementation part. This implementation is based on the example which we have discussed in the previous, extracting the error logs from the set of log file. Generally, log file consists of a lot of data. It is not possible to find the errors from that file. So here we are using error filter. If you see here, in filter, by using that, we are finding the keyword which it will return, it will filter all the log data which consists of error message. If you see the flow here, these are the data sets will be sorted as a chain of objects capturing the linear of the RDD. This is the chain of distributed dataset objects. Internally, each RDD object implements the same simple. Each RDD consists of three operations: get partition, get iterator, and get preferred location. Where get partitions returns the list of partition ID which is generated at the time of partitioning from the parent. Get iterator will iterates over a partition. Get preferred location, which is used for task scheduling to achieve data locality. Interpreter integration. In this, we integrated Scala interpreter into the stack. Generally, Scala interpreter considers the each line typed by the user as a separate, but we made two changes to this interpreter. Those are: interpreter outputs the classes it defines to a shared file. The output classes which is generated by this interpreter, it is saved in the file system like Hadoop or any other cloud based. We changed the generated code so that the singleton object for each line references the singleton object of the previous line directory rather than going and finding the static get instance method. Now we will see the results of the example. Although our results of implementation Spark is still at the early stage, we can relate the results of three experiments that show in as a cluster computing framework: logistic regression, alternating least squares, interactive Spark. We are going to see these results. Result of the logistic regression. Here we can clearly find the difference between the performance in Hadoop and the Spark. Here the darkly shaded bars are the Hadoop. The y-axis is running time and the x-axis is number of iterations. See, Hadoop takes nearly 3000 seconds, more than 3000 seconds for 30 iterations, whereas Spark is completing in nearly 100 seconds. Now we'll see alternative least squares. See here in this example they have considered 500 movies and with 1500 users, which is on 30 EC2 AWS clusters. By doing so, it improved the performance by 2.8%. Interactive. In this, a 39 GB dump of Wikipedia is loaded into M1X EC2 large clusters. When we loaded data for the first time, it roughly takes 35 seconds. Subsequently, after the next queries takes only 0.5 to 1 second, even after the complete scan of. Now we will see our views on this paper. Apache Spark is a parallel processing and open source. It processes the data from the data repositories like HDFS and NoSQL databases, and even it can access the data from many cloud sources. It supports memory processing also, which is an alternative to MapReduce of. Spark can handle more batch processing applications than MapReduce. The core Spark engine functionalities are API layer. The Spark is providing a separate API layer where we are not getting using MapReduce. It even supports streaming, analytical, graph processing, and machine learning libraries. As we discussed earlier, we have the direct support for the machine learning libraries. Because of it, we are using regressions and alternative mean squares, which are the models of the machine learning. I will conclude that Spark is powerful enough to express several applications that pose challenging for existing cluster computing frameworks, including alternative, iterative, and interactive computation. Furthermore, we believe that The core idea behind the RDDs of the dataset handle that has enough information to reconstruct the dataset from data available in the reliable storage. See, while if any node fails in middle of computation, RDD has the ability to handle that failure by storing the information of the parent in the dataset. Because of this RDD, the data available in reliable storage. The Spark is very powerful than existing cluster computing frameworks. Thank you.